how many years has it been? About 9 years since we actually had like a normal Daytona 500. Yeah, I really don't know much about the Daytona 500 other than the ending, and also Ryan Preece flipped. So the finish kind of divulged into. Also, by the way, my balloons have not deflated at all. Like, my birthday balloons are still up, and it's been over a month and a half now, or it's close to a month and a half. I don't know when they're going to deflate, and I hate to just pop them because my sister got them for me, so I don't know what to do with them. Anyways, yeah, so the race ended in a big old kaboom explosion, and I guess we're supposed to pretend to be hyped that Byron won it. I'm sorry, just because he was just lucky to get through the big evil conniving wreck. That doesn't really make it impressive. It just kind of cements that the Daytona 500 is just sort of a joke, and it just really comes down to really being lucky. Skill is very little to it anymore. I would say it's like 80% luck and 20% skill. So it's 2 years in a row now where you had a Daytona 500 based on those circumstances. I don't really view the Daytona 500 much of anything anymore because it's kind of just a farce. I don't care if the handling is getting a little bit better. It took fucking 14 years to get a little bit tougher. I'll probably take another 10 years just to actually get it competitive. So I'll see you in 2035 when the track gets more difficult to drive, and then maybe we won't have wrecks that are this stupid. And maybe by 2035, maybe the racing will be a little bit more, maybe a bit more spread out, more driver control, and less ramming into people that causes explosion and death. The only good thing I can say about the finish is that they let it green. I mean, good on them, but I doubt they're going to be consistent with it. It's just this is going to be another instance we're going to look at it and be like, well, they kept them green back in that race, but not in this instance. So it's gonna be another contradiction. They're not going to last. So anytime they do one thing right, it's kind of like a flip of a coin, like a flip of a quarter. Like you flip it, and sometimes they'll land on heads and they'll be right on the mark, and other times they won't. So I don't want to give much credence to that. I think it's just sort of, I think because of the backlash from the duel, they're just like, all right, we're just going to keep it green, even though it's probably should have been a yellow at some point, because I mean literally everybody exploded except for like 5 cars. So I don't know, but whatever, they kept it green. Good on them. They only did it really because of backlash, not because like it was the most logical thing to do. So I don't find it impressive. And yeah, I don't know what do I say about it. That's really all I got. These are gonna be like 5-minute reviews anymore, because like what else do I even say? Just didn't care. I literally had more time just reading One Piece in my bed, just like crying because this is some good shit, and I wanted to feel alive. And yeah, I don't know. It's just that was more entertaining. I could literally do anything else but watch the race and be entertained. But hey, Twitter kept me up to date on everything, even in my group chat. Truex crashed, which is typical. I called that like 4 months ago, and everybody's like, "Oh, but what if you gotta watch for Truex?" Well, because he was gonna crash, and he crashed in stage 2. So good, I called it. So I mean, am I supposed to be sad about that? Am I supposed to be ripping my clothes off about it? And it's like, no, I called it. I called that months ago. It's not anything revolutionary. It's, I guess, from what I saw on Twitter, he's going to try the Daytona 500 again. It's like, Truex, I love you, but there's no point. Daytona 500 doesn't mean anything. It's a farce. I wasn't say a fart and a farce. It was, I don't know what I was trying to say, a farce, but that's just what it is. There's nothing magical of the 2004 Daytona 500 where like Dale Jr. was working over Tony Stewart lap after lap. He didn't have to just bump him out of the way or anything. Like there was some actual like magic and craft to it. I can't believe I'm saying magic in a NASCAR race. That makes me sound so fucking lame. But there was some like something to it. It's just there's nothing magical about being gridlocked and then just bouncing into cars and just stupid shit happens. And then you get lucky. It's basically turned into an iRacing event with it, basically. And as the years go on, and more people and more cup drivers are probably using iRacing as a tool, they're going to start implementing this stupid iRacing shit into the Cup Series, and we're going to see a lot more of that. So I don't think it's really going to get any better. It's going to get worse until the track gets to a point where you can't be that close, and it's going to take. But how long would that take? It took 14, 15 years, or more or less 14 years, to be like, oh, well, it's a little bit more. There's a little bit more to it. I might take another 10 just for it to be more interesting. I don't know. I mean, that's all I gotta say. That's really like about it. So, uh, kind of a typical thing. I don't know. It's another year, same kind of shit, same big old smash 'em ups, and now Byron has two of them, and both of them are kind of just. One was a caution that should have been called early in advance, but they didn't, and we had to go off replays, and Fox did a horrible job covering that. And you had to go on Twitter to find a NASCAR official thing, but like that was a whole fucking shit show. And then this year, he just got lucky and got through it. I don't know what really more to say about it. Byron's just been kind of on a trend. Well, maybe not as of late, because I think last year he earned all of his wins straight up. But like there was a stretch where he had like 5 wins. It's like feels like half his career wins are just like flukes. I don't want to go into it because like some of them are just like, well, there was another car in front of him and he just got lucky and survived it, or Darlington where the two cars wrecked in front of him and he just got through. Like I wish Truex was lucky like that, but life's not fair, as I've learned many eons ago, and so I don't know. Am I mad about it? It's not really, because I knew what was going to happen. And I didn't even have to watch it to know. I just knew. I fucking knew something stupid was going to happen. I thought a yellow would have ended the race, so they threw me off on that, but whatever. I don't know. That's all I got. There's my review. I don't know what the fuck you call it anymore, but we'll see if something stupid happens in Atlanta. I don't know. But that's it. Done. Bye.